We taught marriage conferences for decades, and we were told the divorce rate was the same in the Christian home as in the secular community.
Right. In fact, when I was doing my research, I discovered that's one of the most widely quoted statistics by Christian leaders, and it is false. Let me start with a quote from my go-to sociologist was Brad Wilcox. He's considered perhaps the top marriage researcher in the country, and he teaches at UVA, University of Virginia. And he wrote an article in the New York Times in which he said, it turns out that the happiest of all wives in America, they're looking at the wives because the assumption is that, male headship leads to oppression of women. It silences them. And so he says the happiest of all wives in America are religious conservatives, full 73% of wives who hold conservative gender values and attend religious services regularly with their husbands have high-quality marriages. I was amazed that the New York Times would print that, by the way.
Yeah.
But then he says, you academics, speaking to his own fellow colleagues, right?
Sure.
You academics need to cast aside your prejudices against evangelicals and religious conservatives in general, and realize that they actually do have evangelical Protestant men actually have the best marriages. They're the most loving husbands, the most engaged fathers. Now, the reason that there's the statistics show something else is that, when you talk about, we hear that Christians divorce at the same rate as others. The researchers went back to the data and they separated out truly committed, authentic Christian men who attend church regularly versus nominal Christian men. And nominal means in name only. And so these are men who, on a survey like this, might check the Baptist box,
okay,
but whose Christianity is mostly cultural, family background. They don't really attend church regularly. The differences between these two groups is shocking. Nominal Christian men have the worst marriages. Their wives report the lowest level of happiness. They're the least engaged with their children. They have the highest rate of divorce, higher than secular men.
Wow.
And then the real shocker, they have the highest rates of domestic violence of any major group in America, higher than secular men. And so this is why the statistics get so skewed. If you take the truly authentically committed Christian men who are better than secular men, and then you put them alongside nominal Christian men who are worse than secular men, if you put these two groups together and just say, well, let's study evangelicals, you're going to get a misleading statistic. And that's another reason that most of us don't realize that actually, truly committed Christian men are doing far better than any other group in America. And I wanted to get that message out to Christian churches and Christian men that they actually are doing a great job.